Hi, this is Stray Pastor, and welcome to the Horoscope 101 channel. Okay, like I said, I was going to continue to make videos. I know we're not really having themes on the Horoscope 101 channel, and everybody's not making videos for it, but I wanted to continue to, making videos for the Horoscope 101 channel because I really like doing that. And I'm going to continue what I did last week, basically on horror memories, I guess, in a way, because I did last week I did a horror Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein review, and Remembrance and review, so I'm going to do a Remembrance and review of two movies that I saw. I saw like a double feature. This movie, I think I saw this when I was, I'm trying to think how old I was. I think I saw it with my two older sisters. I'm trying to think how old I was. I had to be at least 12 or something, maybe 13, maybe. I can't remember exactly how old, but I was young. Too young to probably see an R-rated movie. But anyway, the two movies that I saw was Carrie, of course, the 1976 one with Sissy Spacek, John Travolta, Nancy Allen. Okay, and I saw it was a double feature, Carrie and the Reincarnation of Audrey Rose. Of course, like I said, I think I was 12, so too young to see an R-rated movie. So I think both of those movies are rated R at the time. Anyway, I remember going to see it with my sisters. Like I said, I think it was I don't remember the circumstances of going to see it, but I know I had to go with my two older sisters because I think they were old enough, that they could pay for, pay for me, and I think I might have went with one other brother or something to go see it. But anyway, of course, Carrie, like I said, you know the story, her, being picked upon, and her super religious nut mother, played by Piper Laurie. I thought was great, absolutely fantastic in that movie, and I remember seeing that, and I like the movie. I like when Carrie got her revenge and everything, but I still remember that the part towards the end. This is a spoiler in this. Okay, the part where after Carrie's dead and you see Amy Irving's character, it's all sunlight and roses and soft music, and you see her go, she's getting ready to go to Carrie's grave, and you see the thing says Carrie Wright, and then somebody I think tagged Carrie Wright on her grave, burn in hell. And then you see Amy Irving's character, she's slowly pulling down the flowers and it's going all the slow motion, everything's flowery. Then all of a sudden you see the hand come up and grab. And I remember jumping back in my seat watching that. And literally, I think I almost had a heart attack. As a 12-year-old, 13, I'm going to have a heart attack. I think my heart jumped out of my chest and then it jumped back in. Because I remember that, because it was, like I said, it was all so peaceful and quiet and sunshine and roses, and she placed it. And for some, I guess I didn't think, of course, it's going to, now I would say, of course, it's going to be it's too quiet. But at the time, of course, I was just watching the movie, and then it was all sunshine and roses, and the hand reached up and grabbed her, but she's placing the flowers. Then, of course, she wakes up, and I remember that moment staying with me. So I was saying, oh my God, and that's why Carrie has always kind of held a special place for me, because I remember that scene so vividly, and the hand coming up and just snatching, that super freaked me out. Anyway, the second movie that I saw was The Reincarnation of Audrey Rose. This movie was starred a young Anthony Hopkins, I think John Beck, and Marsha Mason, that's what it was. And they had a daughter, I forgot what her name in the movie, their daughter was, but I think the premise of it, I'm doing this strictly from memory, was the daughter was, she started, I think, fainting and having these episodes, and they didn't know what was going on with her, and she would just, like she was burning, and she was just coming and having nightmares and stuff, and they took her to the doctors and stuff to try to figure out exactly what was wrong with her. Okay, and then I think you kept seeing in the background, like standing nearby was Anthony Hopkins' character. You kept seeing him pop up in places, and I think he finally, when they had the daughter in the hospital, he came to the hospital and he presented himself to the parents and said, I think, basically telling them, listen, I think your daughter is the reincarnation of my daughter, who died in a car accident, who burned to death in a car accident. And of course, they didn't believe him at first, of course, and the young daughter. I can't remember. I got to get this movie again. I got to look and see if this movie is on. If they release it, I'm sure it's probably on DVD, but probably not on Blu-ray, because I think the movie came out in the 70s, sometime right. It had to be, because that's when Carrie came out in 76, so it had to come out like right after that, or around the same time. And I remember that movie just stayed with me, because I think the young girl that played Audrey Rose and the other, she was so good in that you could she would cry and feel burn it, pop it, and then she would only calm down when Anthony Hopkins' character was there. She would calm down, and I remember that movie just stayed with me because I was a young girl basically having nightmares about being burnt to death. And I can't remember how that movie ended. Okay, that's how I just can't remember how it ended, but I remember that movie sticking with me because the name Reincarnation of Audrey Rose, and because Anthony Hopkins was such a strong presence in that movie, and the young actress who played Audrey Rose was so good. You really felt for her character. You felt so. Oh my God, please, got to be some way to. I forgot exactly how it ended. I can't remember how that ended, but I just remember that movie, and I remember it because of the burning and the young girl with the nightmares and stuff. And I remember seeing it again on TV later. They showed it on TV and stuff. But I remember Marshall Mason, her character, and John Beck was the husband. And like I say, Anthony Hopkins was the father of the original girl. And I can't remember how it ended. And it really makes me want to go buy the movie to watch it again to see. But I remember. So I don't, like I said, those two movies, and like I said, that was the first double feature horror movies that I saw. So I guess back then they would show double features. Back in the 70s, they would show double features. Because I remember even in New York, in Times Square, before they cleaned it up, you could see double features in Times Square. You could see like 2 horror movies or 2 karate movies together and stuff. That's the way they would show. They would show stuff. And you get to see double features and stuff, for a really cheap price back then. So that's my remembrance and review, I guess, of those 2 movies. Like I said, I don't remember how the Reincarnation of Audrey Rose ended. Now it makes me I'm gonna go look it up now just to see, because I can't remember how it ended, and I don't even know if it's on. I don't think it's on Blu-ray yet. I think it's probably still on DVD. But I just remember that movie very well. That, and of course, and seeing Carrie, seeing Carrie, then seeing that movie right after, that really stuck with me. Okay, so that's my remembrance and review of Carrie and the Reincarnation of Audrey Rose. Okay, so if you've seen those movies, let me know what you think of them. Okay, feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor for the Horoscope 101 channel and my channel. I'll put this video up on my channel as well, saying so long and take care.